The Fair Labor Standards Act is a federal law that mandates two things. One, that you have to pay all employees the minimum federal wage, and two, you have to pay all employees overtime if they work more than 40 hours in a work week. Your question about full-time students, yes, they need to be paid at least a minimum wage, and they must also be paid overtime if they work more than 40 hours. Like most statutes, there are exemptions for paying minimum wage and there are exemptions for paying overtime, but students wouldn't fall into either of those exemptions. Outside salespeople, individuals who make 100% of their money on commission-only basis, they're exempt from the minimum wage requirement and also from the overtime requirement. There are other exemptions to the overtime laws. For example, there's a professional exemption, an administrative exemption, as well as a managerial exemption. The managerial is the most common. Those three exemptions are called collectively the white-collar exemption, and they all require that an employee be paid on a salaried basis. It's a common misconception that if you're paid a salary, you're not entitled to overtime. That's just one part of the exemption. You have to be paid a salary and meet the elements of those other three exemptions.